And welcome back to Larks Park in Hayes as we get set for Game 2 of our doubleheader tonight between the Hayes Larks and the Dodge City A's. Hayes taking Game 1 tonight by a final score of 11-1 as they got a gem from Peyton Battenfield, the complete game victory, moving the Larks to 22, or make that 23-9 in Jayhawk League play. So tonight they'll look for the sweep as they play Game 2 of this 5-game series between the Larks and Dodge City. Let's go ahead and write down the starting lineups for you. Let's start with our visitors in Game number 2, the Dodge City Athletics. They are now 20-12 on the season after that Game 1 loss. And they're going to go like this. Bennett Hostetler will lead off and play short. Matt Campos will be at second and bat second. Carlos Mosley, the designated hitter, bats third. Playing first base and batting fourth is Logan Brown. At third base, batting fifth, Tucker Rohde. Austin Feist will be in left. He'll bat sixth. Gayamano Souza will be the right fielder, batting seventh. Jacob Garcia is catching and hitting eighth. And batting ninth and playing center field is Zach Weiss. Kurt Johnson will get the nod for the Athletics here today. Johnson making his eighth appearance of the summer and his sixth start of the year. And he has a record of 2-1. Frank Leo's lineup will go like this. Jonathan Soberanos will lead off and play second. Clayton Harp will be in left field, batting second. Batting third, the designated hitter, Colin Simpson. Trevor Boone is in center field, batting fourth. Hitting fifth and playing right field is Clayton Raspberry. Alex Weiss will be at first. He'll bat sixth. Nick Jones catches and bats seventh. Jacob Boston will be at third. He'll hit eighth. And batting ninth and playing shortstop is Trey Ochoa. On the mound for the Larks tonight is Dylan Schneider. And the right-hander for the Larks making his ninth start and has a record of 1-0. Umpires for tonight's game, Dave Hanzik will be at home plate, Anthony Perez at first, and Corey Burkhart will be at third. There you have it, tonight's starting lineups as we get set for the Larks and the Dodge City Athletics. Just about ready for our national anthem here prior to Game 2 after the Larks' 11-1 win in the first contest here tonight. And so let's go ahead and step aside, and right now it is our national anthem here from Larks Park. And our national anthem from Larks Park, which has a decent crowd here tonight, getting set to watch Hayes Larks baseball as they try for the doubleheader sweep after winning the first game this evening 11-1. They are now tied 1-1 in this 6-game regular season series. The first coming way back in early June, in which Dodge City was able to get a win, and then they've had rainouts ever since. So Larks hoping to continue to play good baseball. They've won 3 in a row. And trying to stay in a hunt for first place in the Jayhawk League. They are certainly right there in the race with Dodge City, or with a Derby, and Liberal was leading Derby in game one tonight. 9-1, middle of the fourth in their game with the Twins. So good news for Hayes. If they can win both of these, would be in first place in the Jayhawk League. But obviously a long ways to go and a long week ahead for the Hayes Larks, but got off to a good start with their game one victory today over these Dodge City Athletics. We're at the bottom of the hour, so let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Hayes Larks Baseball. Gerard Wildbrock, producer and engineer Tim Miller. Also like to welcome everybody watching online at HayesPost.com. Harrison Brent and his crew doing an outstanding job as always as we get set to bring you game two tonight between the Larks and the Dodge City A's. And it'll be Dylan Schneider getting the start for the Larks in this one here tonight. Schneider, the right-hander out of UT Arlington, out of Cleburne, Texas. As we are ready for baseball, and we're certainly glad to have you a part of it here on KAYS and Hayes Post. And the first pitch from Schneider, missing for ball one. It is thrown at 8:30, 102 degrees. Still, it was 104 for the start of game one. As we start right on the nose at 8:30, there's a strike and a count. 1-1 strike to Bennett Hostetler, who went 3 for 3 and scored Dodge's only run on a wild pitch in the fourth inning of game one today. He takes a breaking ball that's a little bit high, and a count 2-1 strike. The Larks getting game one victory, 11-1, as they've won 3 in a row now. Dodge has lost 3 straight. They're 20-12. There's a half-hearted swing at an off-speed pitch that fooled Hostetler, and the count 2-2. Hostetler had 3 straight singles, 2 to center, 1 to left. He was part of a double play in the first inning. Dodge was the home team. It was a makeup game. Hayes will be the home team in game one tomorrow night in Dodge. 2-2 breaking ball swung on and missed. So it's a strikeout for Dylan Schneider to start the ball game, and there's one away. That'll bring up Matt Campos, the second baseman. Matt did not play in game number one today for Dodge City. He's the second baseman here in this second contest, a freshman from the University of San Francisco out of Honolulu. Make that 20 for 75 and a big swing there, strike one. Hitting .267, 1 home run, 8 RBIs. He's hit safely in his last 3, going 3 for 11 during that stretch. Did not play in the El Dorado series over the weekend. There's a strike on the outside corner. And a count 0-2 to Campos. Dylan Schneider, sophomore out of UT Arlington, making his 3rd consecutive start after coming out of the bullpen. There's a swing and a miss. And down on 3 pitches is Matt Campos, and there's 2 away, both by strikeouts. Now Carlos Mosley will be the batter. Mosley hitting .431. He went 1 for 3 in the first game. His hit coming in that 7th inning after grounding out to second in each of his first 2 at-bats. Mosley was the starting second baseman of the first game. He's a designated hitter today as the pitch is fouled away. And it's strike one. Jacob Boston starts at third here in game number 2. Trey Ochoa at short. Jonathan Soberanos at second base. Alex Weiss, who started at third base in the first game, he's the first baseman tonight, and Nick Jones catching. Clayton Harp, Trevor Boone, Clayton Raspberry left to right in the outfield. There's a pitch up and a ball. 1 strike to Carlos Mosley. Schneider, start number 3, appearance number 9, a 1-0 record, 4.26 is the earned run average. Here's the 1-1, check swing. He went around, they say, and now the count is 1-2. May have been a strike either way. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mosley as Schneider tries to strike out the side. Here's the pitch. Fastball a little bit in. 1-1. Schneider has gone 19 innings. He's given up 19 hits, 11 runs, 9 earned, 21 strikeouts, and 4 walks. So Both of the Larks starters tonight have been very good control pitchers. There's a pop-up. Second baseman Soberanos coming in. Now the first baseman Weiss will call him off. He'll make the catch. And it's a 1-2-3 top of the first inning for Dylan Snyder. We played a half inning. Dodge City nothing. The Larks coming up.
Patty truly cares about her clients. She helped me find a home that was perfect for my family.
She loves people, she loves her jobs, and she loves what she does, and she's going to please her clients and make sure that her clients are very, very happy.
Patty and her team worked hard for us.
They truly had our best interest at heart.
Experience, integrity, and commitment to your real estate needs are essential qualities when choosing a real estate professional. I put my heart and soul into every transaction. Choosing the right agent makes all the difference.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Paul's Lawn and Tree Service, all of your residential and commercial lawn maintenance needs. Pulis Lock and Key, all of your key needs, including sales and service on safes. The Almond Company, fast, friendly service you can trust along with free estimates. And Eagle Communications, our community connected.
No score as the Larks come to bat here in the bottom half of inning number 1 as they look for the doubleheader sweep tonight over Dodge City, taking the first game 11-1. They'll be facing Kurt Johnson for Dodge City. Johnson is a left-hander. And Johnson out of Simi Valley, California, American River College, making start number 6, appearance number 8. 2-0 record, 4.21 earned run average. He'll face Jonathan Soberanos, Clayton Harp, and Colin Simpson. And the first pitch from the lefty is a little bit low for ball 1. 1-0. Soberanos batting in the leadoff spot here in the second game. He was a number 2 hitter in the lineup in game 1. He went 1 for 5, driving in a run, his 15th of the year. Had a RBI single in the Larks' 3-run fourth, and he hits one right back up the middle and into center field. So it's a leadoff single for Soberanos. And the Larks have their leadoff batter aboard for Clayton Harp. Harp 2 for 4, a single and a solo home run. He got the Larks on the board with that homer in the third. A two-out shot to make it a 1-0 ball game. Now hit 2 homers and has driven in 19. Johnson 2-0, 4.21 the ERA. Start number 6, appearance number 8. He does have a complete game. 29 innings of work. Misses for ball 1. 37 hits, 15 runs, 14 earned. He's walked 5 and struck out 23. Has picked up wins. Actually, is 3-1 his record. Wins in his last 3 starts as a breaking ball that drops in there for a strike. He's actually listed twice in the stat category. Got the win, a 7-inning victory, and a 10-3 win in game 2 of a doubleheader against Liberal. That was his complete game. Gave up 3 runs on 9 hits, throw to first, and Soberanos back there safely. Soberanos is 5 of 6 in stolen bases this summer. Johnson also got the win at Great Bend, an 8-inning outing there, not the complete game. So he's gone 8 innings and 7 innings in each of his last 2 starts and has his 2 wins coming in his last 2 starts. Breaking ball misses away, and it's 2 balls and a strike to Clayton Harp. Larks a leadoff single by Jonathan Soberanos. There he goes. Pitch is swung on and missed. And into second base with a stolen base is Soberanos. The catcher Garcia unable to catch it cleanly and drop the pitch. The count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. So a little help from the batter there on the swing and miss. And now a runner at second. Base hit could give the Larks the lead here in the first. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball outside of the zone. Picked up on a scoop by the catcher Zone. Throws to first for the out, and then on the play moving to third is Soberanos. So some heady base running there. It's a strikeout. And then 2-3 on the putout. And on that throw to first, Soberanis breaks to second. So the catcher unable to squeeze that third strike. And because of it, the Larks able to get a runner to third base with one out now for Colin Simpson. Simpson hit a solo homer in the third inning to make it 2-0 in game one. He takes a strike, 0-1. Also reached on a walk and scored in that 4-run seventh. So he went 1 for 3 with an RBI and 2 runs scored. Now a chance to give the Larks the lead here in the bottom of the first. Breaking ball away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Larks on a 3-game win streak, now 23-9 in the Jayhawk League. Pitch bounces in. Simpson swung at it. And it's 1-2. Obviously fooled by that one. And now he's behind 1 ball, 2 strikes. Left-hander Johnson ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him with a breaking ball. And that's 2 outs. I think the catcher Garcia thought it was the 3rd out. He started to walk toward the dugout and then threw the ball back to the mound. So back-to-back strikeouts for Kurt Johnson. Now with a runner at 3rd and 2 outs, Trevor Boone will be the batter. Boone did not play in the first game for Hayes. Up there from the right side, hitting .304. Takes one in the dirt for ball 1. Boone, 6 doubles, 7 home runs, and 25 driven in for the Oklahoma State sophomore to be out of Owasso, Oklahoma. Pitch bounces in away from the catcher, but doesn't go far enough away for Soberanis to have moved down the line from 3rd. He'll stay there with 2 outs and a count 2-0. No score, bottom of the first. Larks won game 1, 11-1, trying for the doubleheader sweep. 2 balls, no strikes to Trevor Boone. Here's the pitch, and it's below the knees for ball 3, 3-0. And there's ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Trevor Boone. So 2 strikeouts and a walk in the inning for Johnson. And now right fielder Clayton Raspberry will be the batter. Raspberry, 2 for 4 in the first game. Couple of singles, 1 in the second, 1 in the 7th. He also scored a run, grounded out to first, and flied out to center in his other 2 at-bats. And the first pitch, fastball just a bit outside, ball 1. So that is 5 straight misses for Kurt Johnson. Tucker Rohde at 3rd, Bennett Hostetler at short, Matt Campos at 2nd, Logan Brown at 1st with Jacob Garcia catching. The Dodge City infield, fastball lined foul and out of play right side. 1-1 to Raspberry. Austin Feist in left, Zach Weiss in center, and Komana Souza is out in right field once again. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at 3rd for the Larks. No score, bottom of the first. Lefty Johnson ready. The 1-1 pitch. Missing away, 2-1. Larks showing some good patience up there here in the first inning. Larks baseball brought to you by Heartland Building Center. Price, quality, service, all under one roof. Heartland Building Center in Hayes, Stockton, and Russell. 2-1, the count to Raspberry. 5th batter of the inning for the Larks here in the bottom of the first. Here's the 2-1. And it drops in there for a strike, an off-speed pitch. Started out above the zone, but dropped into the last minute. And now a 2-2 count to Raspberry. Here's the delivery. Hits it off the end of the bat. Slow roller towards second. Scooped up by Campos. He'll throw him out at first. And the inning comes to an end. Larks get a hit. They strand 2. We've played 1. No score between Hayes and Dodge City.
It's almost time for the 8th annual Fort Hays State University Tiger Auction and Dinner. This year's event will be on Saturday, August 26th at the Schmidt-Bickel Indoor Training Facility. Don't wait. Tickets will be gone before you know it. This year's auction includes a fantastic dinner with all of your FHSU friends, a silent and live auction, and a chance to win cash. Proceeds help the Fort Hays State Athletic Department. Sponsored by Eagle Communications. For tickets and more information, go to tigerauction.org. The Tiger Auction and Dinner, Saturday, August 26th. Get your tickets now. Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance, Brock Whitmore. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Brock Whitmore is there. Sternberg Museum, Discovery Under the Dome. Gutch's Barn Grill, the freshest ingredients, wood-fired pizza, and a great atmosphere. Downing Nelson Oil, a proud sponsor of Hayes Larks baseball. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
KEYS.
No score as we go to the second inning. Larks and Dodge City. Hayes going for the sweep. Won the first game tonight 11-1. Larks baseball brought to you by the Meckenstock Group, Western Investments, the dental office of Dr. Larry Good, High Plains Farm Credit, and Discount Siding and Supply. It is Pack the Pantry night. Larks would like to thank all of the fans who brought canned food items for the Community Assistance Center, helping their cause. Free admission tonight, courtesy of Bank of Hayes, Farm Bureau Financial, Worth Wealth Management, as well as Downing Nelson Oil and Hatton Taylor Family Eye Care. Larks back at home here on Thursday night. It'll be Educators Night. All area educators always invited to attend. That's always a fun night. They'll have special T-shirts for you guys. There's a ground ball short hop to Alex Weiss at first. He makes the backhanded stab and makes the play over at first base unassisted for out number 1. So that's 4 straight, retired by Dylan Snyder to start this one, and that'll bring up Tucker Rohde. Tucker Rohde did not play in game 1 tonight. Rohde starting at third base in the second contest. He'll be a junior at North Dakota State up there from the left side. And Rohde takes a pitch outside for ball 1. Rohde hitting .354, 5 doubles, a triple, 12 driven in. That's with 1 out. Check swing. He went around in the count 1-1. Rohde out of Scottsdale, Arizona. 0 for 4 in the El Dorado series over the weekend. 0 for 1 on Sunday. Just 1 hit in his last 4 games, going 1 for 10. Hit safely in 11-12 from mid-June to early July. Nobody on, 1 out, top of the second. No score between the Larks and Dodge. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and it's hit hard to right field. Long way to go for Raspberry. He won't get it, but it'll land foul by about 2 or 3 feet. So Rohde tried to pull it, but it's a little bit out in front of it and pulls it foul. One ball, 2 strikes now to the Dodge City third baseman. Wearing the green and gold. Very familiar colors to him. That's North Dakota State, the Bison's colors. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and he pops it up. Left side, backpedaling is Ochoa, the shortstop out in short left. Waits for it to come down, makes the catch, and there's 2 away. So Snyder's retired the first 5. And now left fielder Austin Feist will be the batter. Austin 0 for 3. A ground out, a foul out, and a strikeout in game number 1. Takes a breaking ball strike on the outside edge, 0-1. Feist hitting .342. He's tied for the team lead with 4 home runs. He's driven in 26. Bats with nobody on and 2 outs, and pulls one just foul down the third base line, 0-2. Dylan Snyder making his 3rd straight start, went 4 innings, and got his win in a 7-3 victory in a 7-inning game in Great Bend on July 5th. There's a pitch missing, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3 runs, 2 earned on 6 hits in that one. There's a little flare to first, but it rolls foul. And the count remains 1-2 to Feist. He also got a start in Derby, another 7-inning game. Game 2 of a doubleheader. Larks lost 4-2. And a pitch down low for ball 2, 2-2 to Feist. 3 runs, 6 hits in 5 1/3. Struck out 5 in that one. He has struck out at least 1 in all but his first 2 outings, and 3 or more in all but 1 since then. There's a little pop up. That'll be backing out of play. The count remains 2-2. In fact, goes off the top of the press box. So Snyder as a starter, 1-0 with a 4.82 ERA, 9 1/3, 12 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned with 8 strikeouts and a walk. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Curveball in there for called strike 3. His 3rd strikeout of the game, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for Dylan Snyder. We move to the bottom of the 2nd. No score at Larks Park.
It's almost time for the 8th annual 4-day
The Ducks are back. The 2nd annual Hayes Duck Derby, presented by Eagle Communications and benefiting Big Brothers Big Sisters, is Wednesday, August 2nd from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Hayes Aquatic Park. Adopt a duck and you could win the grand prize, which is a car. Sponsored by James Motor Company, Hayes Chevrolet, Lewis Automotive Group, Auto World, Car Zone, Mid Kansas Auto Auction, and Happy's Autos. Visit hayesduckderby.net for more information. The Ducks are coming.
Today's Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by the Pheasant Run, made from scratch breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau, wishing the Hayes Larks the best of luck. Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Stay Glass Company, plate glass, window glass, mirrors, furniture tops, glazing, contractors, and more. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
No score as we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning here at Larks Park. Weiss, Jones, and Boston 6, 7, and 8 in the Larks lineup will be batting. Larks baseball tonight brought to you in part by USAFE Pharmacy, your contract provider in Hayes for durable medical equipment and supplies. Along with Blue Cross and Blue Shield, catheters, diabetic and ostomy supplies, and more. Don't be persuaded by the mail order companies. Work locally with USAFE Pharmacy, 2505 Canterbury in Hayes. Alex Weiss takes a ball, and he's ahead of the count 1-0. Alex 2 for 4 in the first game today, and he hits one down the line in left, and diving and unable to make the catch is Feist. A big turn at first for Weiss, but he'll put on the brakes with a leadoff single. So the Larks have had a leadoff base hit in each of the first 2 innings, and Weiss has a 3-hit night, 2 in game 1, now a base hit here in game number 2. That'll bring up catcher Nick Jones. Jones did not play in the first game today. Getting to start behind the dish here in game number 2. He's out of Eastern Michigan from Battle Creek, Michigan. Did not play Sunday night in El Dorado, or in Hayesville, I should say, went 3 for 6 with 3 runs scored in the series. And has hit safely in his last 2. As the lights are now on and starting to take effect, there's a called strike. 0-1 to Nick Jones. 3 doubles, 1 RBI. Here's the 0-1. Fastball lined out of play right side. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jones. Played in 52 games, making 46 starts for Eastern Michigan this spring. Batted .271 with 8 doubles, 25 RBI, also scored 19 runs. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Grounded right back up the middle, scooped up by the shortstop Hostetler, 2-1 over to first. It's a double play. Dodge City turned 1 in the first game, and they get the double play here in game 2, and now there's nobody on and 2 outs for Jacob Boston. Nice play by Hostetler to get it and then flip it backhanded to the second baseman Campos. So 6-4-3 on the double play. It's now 19 turned by Dodge City. Hayes turned a couple in game one, and nobody on. 2 away for Jacob Boston, who takes a pitch low, ball 1. Jacob did not play in the first game tonight. Hitting .211, starting to rise that average up. He had .316 a year ago. Here's a breaking ball that stays a little bit high. 2-0 to Boston. Jacob 3 for 13 in the Hayesville series. Drove in 3. He had 2 of those 3 hits on Sunday. And he swings through a fastball, and it's 2-1. Was hit by a pitch, scored 3 runs, and struck out 3 times. He has struck out 32 times to lead the Larks. He struck out 38 times in 52 games a year ago. Lines this one foul and out of play right side, 2-2. No runs, 2 hits for the Larks. No runs, no hits for Dodge City. We're in the bottom of the second. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Curveball lined into right field. That'll be a base hit. So the Larks have their 3rd hit of the game. Opposite field base hit for Jacob Boston, who now has 20 hits on the year. And Trey Ochoa coming to the plate. Ochoa had an RBI double in the Larks' 3-run 4th in game 1. He's now driven in 13. It was his 3rd double of the year. 202 average, and he lays down a bunt. Third base side's going to be a tough play, and the throw is not in time. It'll be an infield single for Trey Ochoa, and the Larks have 2 on with 2 out here in the second inning. So a bunt single for Trey Ochoa. But he laid that one down perfectly. Kurt Johnson, the pitcher, really the only player who had a chance to make the out. Third baseman Tucker Rohde was charging, but by the time he would have gotten there, Ochoa easily would have been safe. It was a close play, but he beat it out by about a half a step. Now Jonathan Soberanis, who singled to center to lead off the bottom of the first for the Larks. He's had a hit in each of the 2 games. Now he's called for a strike. He showed bunt, tried to pull it back, but they appealed down to first base, and Anthony Perez said he went around. 0-1. Dave Hanslick, who was at first base in game 1, behind the plate here in the second game. Perez at third, and Corey Burkhardt, who was behind home plate in the first game, he's now at third base. Position over by second with the 3-man crew. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Stays away. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jonathan Soberanis. Couple of doubles, couple of home runs, 15 driven in this season. Up there from the right side. Back of the box, but really crowding the plate. Here's the pitch. Swings and pulls it foul. Goes off the railing in front of the Larks dugout. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. We are in the bottom of the second. Larks with 4 hits, but have yet to score a run. And as they go for the doubleheader sweep, taking game 1 tonight, 11-1. 16 hits in that first game. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch from Johnson, line to center field. Weiss coming in. He's there to make the catch. And that'll do it for the Larks. They strand 2. We have played 2. The Larks have scored 4, or have stranded 4. We have no score. This is Hayes Larks baseball.
I'm DJ Dan. I'm the Corporate Production Director for the radio division for Eagle Communications. I'm also the Operations Manager for the Manhattan property. I take care of the day-to-day operations in the Manhattan property. I also take care of all my production, take care of any scheduling, and any promotion or events. There's 2 things I really enjoy about my job. One is hearing our clients have success stories. The other is when I have a listener go absolutely ballistic because I've made their day. When I hear them and the excitement in their voice, that really keeps me coming back every day.
Today's
You
Hayes
cannot
Larks
recover
broadcast
from
is brought to you in
anxiety
part
by
by
just
Bacon
staying
Ryan
calm.
Appraising
You
Services,
cannot
certified to
recover
provide
from
appraisals
depression
for your
by
next
just being
transaction.
positive. Anxiety and
Lawn and
depression
Tree
are
Service.
natural
All of your
emotions that
residential
all of
and
us
commercial lawn
experience to an
maintenance
extent.
needs.
But when those emotions
Lock
last
and
for
Key.
weeks
All
and
of your
disrupt
key
your
needs,
everyday
including
life,
sales and
High
service
Plains
on
Mental
safe
Health Center can help.
Almond Company.
If you or a
Fast,
loved
friendly
one is
service
struggling
you
with
can trust,
feelings of
along with free
anxiety or
estimates.
depression, call
And Eagle Communications, our community connected.
800-432-0333. We're here for you.
KEYS.
Now the Larks have 4 hits, but no runs as we go to the third inning. No score in game 2 of this doubleheader on a sultry night in Hayes, America. 104 degrees at first pitch for game 1. 102 for game 2, and it was still 8:30, so it's been a warm one here today. Larks baseball brought to you by Nextech, Internet, TV, phone, wireless, and security. Nextech here for you. And by Midwest Energy, making energy work for you. Bottom third of the order for Dodge City. Kamana Souza, Jacob Garcia, and Zach Weiss. So Kaimana Souza up there, and the first pitch is a little bit high, ball 1 to Souza. Souza 0 for 2, a pop-up to short and a fly ball to right in game number 1. Takes up for ball 2, 2-0. Dylan Snyder has retired the first 6 that he's faced. And now falls behind. He gets the call. It's 2-1. Just caught the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike to the right fielder, Souza. Breaking ball, fouled back into the screen, and the count now evens at 2-2. So Snyder's battled back from 2-0 to 2-2. He has struck out 3 of the 6 batters that he's faced. Not a bad crowd on a very warm night here in Hayes. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch, and he gets him to go around. Gets away from the catcher. Simpson, though, gathers it in. He'll get some separation and throw it over to first for the out. And that's 4 strikeouts for Snyder, and there's 1 gone here in the third inning. That'll bring up catcher Jacob Garcia. First at bat tonight for Garcia, who did not play in the first game today. Garcia, a .293 hitter. Out of northern Colorado, he's an Albuquerque native. Up there from the right side, and takes ball 1, 1-0. Garcia is hit safely in his last 4. Going 5 for 15 in that stretch. He went 2 for 7 with a couple of RBIs and a couple of runs scored in El Dorado over the weekend. Takes a pitch down low, 2-0. Got a couple of doubles. Actually, 1 double, 1 home run, and 9 RBI. Nobody on, 1 out. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. 2-1 to Garcia. Garcia sits safely in 5 of the last 6. And he watches a slider catch the outside corner to even a count, 2-2. Joined the team in mid-June, hit safely in his first 5, and now has hit safely in his last 4. Bats with nobody on and 1 out in the bottom or top of the third. Breaking ball popped him up. Foul territory, first base side. Weiss going back near the warning track over there in right field to make the catch for the second out of the inning. Alex Weiss has played some first base this year, and he's done a pretty good job. Normal third baseman at Fort Hays State, and for the Larks for the most part. Makes the catch for the out, second out, and now Zach Weiss spells his name W-I-S-Z. Little right-hander up there for the first time tonight, hitting .216 on the year. Nobody on, 2 outs. And the pitch is chopped on the infield. Charging is Boston. The third baseman has it and throws him out at first. 3 up and 3 down for the third straight inning for Dylan Snyder. We go to the bottom of the third. No score at Larks Park.
You know the feeling, having no boundaries, being limitless, the feeling of freedom. What if that feeling was in your home, right in your hands? For a limited time, get 30 meg for $30 or 50 meg for $50. Bundle your TV and save even more. free from contracts. The longer you stay, the more you save. Now that's freedom with Eagle Communications. It's your internet, your way. Call 877-61-EAGLE today.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance, Brock Whitmore. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Brock Whitmore is there. Sternberg Museum, Discovery Under the Dome. Gutch's Barn Grill, the freshest ingredients, wood-fired pizza, and a great atmosphere. Downing Nelson Oil, a proud sponsor of Hayes Larks baseball. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
KAYS.
No scores. The Larks bat in the bottom of the third inning. Larks baseball tonight brought to you by Edward Jones of Hayes, Darrell, Jeff, and Linda Seibel, M&D Incorporated, Karst Waterwell Service, and the Meckenstock Group and Agent Keith Harper. Larks have had 4 hits so far. They have stranded 4 through the first 2 innings. Left runners at first and third in the first. And first and second in the second inning. They'll have the 2, 3, and 4 batters. Clayton Harp, Colin Simpson, and Trevor Boone facing Kurt Johnson, who's looking for win number 3 tonight. Clayton Harp hit a home run with 2 outs in the third inning to give the Larks the lead for good. It was 1-0 at that point. They would go on and win 11-1. He takes the first pitch strike, 0-1. Clayton struck out his first time up today in game 2. He's 0 for 1. And now a ground ball to the first baseman, 2-hopper for Brown, and he'll race to the bag and beat Harp for the out. There's 1 away. Colin Simpson up there now, the designated hitter here in game 2 after catching in game 1. Simpson went down swinging his first time up. The second of 2 consecutive strikeouts back in the first inning for Kurt Johnson, who now has 25 to go along with 6 walks on the year. Breaking ball to Simpson, grounds it toward the hole and into right field. Campos dove for it. The second baseman couldn't quite snag it, so it'll be a 1-out single for Simpson. Who had a hit in game 1, now has a hit here in game number 2 to extend his hitting streak to 7. Now 46 hits for Colin Simpson. That'll bring up Trevor Boone. Walked his first time up. Here's the pitch from Johnson, down low, bounces in front of the plate. Good stop there by Garcia. Ball 1, 1-0. 5 hits now for the Larks, but no runs as they bat in the third. 1 ball, no strikes. The lefty Johnson look at first, brings home the pitch, a breaking ball, found back and out of play. 1-1 to Trevor Boone, who's hitting .304, 6 doubles, 7 homers, and 25 runs driven in for the sophomore to be at Oklahoma State. 4 for 5, 3 RBIs, hit by 2 pitches and scored 3 runs Sunday in Hayesville. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and he hits it sharply to second. Could be a double play. Campos to Hostetler, and a throw to first in time. That's 2 double plays in 3 innings for Dodge City, and now that'll be the inning. They're a little late in getting off the field. That is the second and third out of the inning. So Larks go quietly in the third. We move to the fourth. No score at Larks Park.
It's almost time for the 8th annual Fort Hays State University Tiger Auction and Dinner. This year's event will be on Saturday, August 26th at the Schmidt-Bickel Indoor Training Facility. Don't wait. Tickets will be gone before you know it. This year's auction includes a fantastic dinner with all of your FHSU friends, a silent and live auction, and a chance to win cash. Proceeds help the Fort Hays State Athletic Department. Sponsored by Eagle Communications. For tickets and more information, go to tigerauction.org. The Tiger Auction and Dinner, Saturday, August 26th. Get your tickets now. Today's Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by the Pheasant Run. Made from scratch breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau, wishing the Hayes Larks the best of luck. Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Stay Glass Company, plate glass, window glass, mirrors, furniture tops, glazing, contractors, and more. and by Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
KEYS.
Scoreless through 3 at Larks Park, although Hayes does have 5 hits in the ball game. We go to the 4th. Dylan Snyder has struck out 4. He has walked none. Facing the minimum, retiring the first 9, and now it's back to the top of the order in Hostetler, Campos, and Mosley. Larks baseball tonight brought to you by Kevin Shoemaker Construction. Big or small, your project is important to Shoemaker Construction because it's important to you. It's not about counting the number of jobs, it's about counting the jobs done right at Kevin Shoemaker Construction. Hostetler struck out to open the game after going 3 for 5 in game 1 tonight. And the first pitch is a breaking ball that's in there for a called strike to Hostetler, 0-1. Bennett Hostetler up there from the right side. He'll be a junior at North Dakota State out of Bozeman, Montana. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Popped him up on the infield. Charging is Weiss, and the first baseman will make the play near the mound for out number 1. So 1 away, and now Matt Campos, the batter. He struck out his first time up. Snyder struck out the first 2 batters of the game. He has 2 cents. Now works with nobody on and 1 out. And the second baseman, Matt Campos, the batter. Campos up there from the right side. He'll be a sophomore at the University of San Francisco. He's out of Honolulu, one of 2 Hawaiians on the squad, and he takes a strike, 0-1. Second offering, another breaking ball misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Campos 3 doubles. He has 1 home run. He's driven in 8. That home run coming on Sunday in El Dorado. There's a ground ball toward third. Boston has it. Fires it over to Weiss, and there's 2 away. So Snyder's retired the first 11. And now Carlos Mosley will be the batter. Mosley popped up to first for the final out of the first inning. Dylan Snyder tried to make him the final out of the 4th inning as well. He's retired the first 11. Breaking ball, line to center. Boone got a late jump on. He's going to have to hurry. He won't make the catch. It'll bounce in there for a base hit. That was hit right at him, and he didn't get a real good read off the bat. And it nestles in front of him for a 2-out single. First hit of the ball game for Dodge City. So Mosley aboard. He becomes their first base runner, and that'll bring up Logan Brown. Those are tough. When they're hit right at you, that's the hardest thing to judge for an outfielder, how hard it was hit. It was a sinking line drive, and by the time Boone was able to read it, he was unable to get to it. It bounced right in front of his glove. Now a first pitch called strike to Logan Brown, 0-1. Brown grounding to first, his first time up. He's 0 for 1. There's the 0-1. Fastball hit off the mound, and that's going to find its way into center field. So back-to-back base hits for Dodge City, and they have first and second, 2 outs here in the 4th. So Logan Brown aboard after going 1 for 3 in game 1. He's 1 for 2 here in the second contest, and Tucker Rohde will be the batter. He popped up to the shortstop. He's 0 for 1 as catcher Nick Jones goes out, and that's a quick word with Dylan Snyder. So 2 hits now for Dodge City. And the lefty Rohde is up there. Hitting .354, trying to put Dodge on top for the first time. Check swing at a breaking ball. He went around for strike 1. Dodge has never led. Larks got 2 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, and 2 in the 5th in game 1. So they led from the get-go and never relinquished that lead, but scoreless here so far. We're in the top of the 4th of this 7-inning game in game 2. 0-1 the count to Rohde. Fastball lifted toward left. Harp drifting toward the line, waits for it to come down, makes the catch, And Schneider works around the 2 base hits to center field. Dodge strands 2. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still no score.
The whole entire process of selling our home and buying a home, the communication between us and her was tremendous.
She's able to find the people who are interested in that exact home that's on the market.
Patty is energetic, honest, and truly cares about her clients.
They truly had our best interest at heart.
I am a native of Ellis County, and I have over 30 years in the real estate profession. My goal is to make your experience personal and first class. Call me for all of your real estate needs.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Paul's Lawn and Tree Service, all of your residential and commercial lawn maintenance needs. Pulis Lock and Key, all of your key needs, including sales and service on safes. The Almond Company, fast, friendly service you can trust along with free estimates. And Eagle Communications, our community connected.
KAYS.
Still no scores. The Larks bat in the bottom of the 4th inning. Hayes Larks baseball brought to you tonight by Gibbs Auto Supply, your local Napa Auto Parts store in Hayes and La Crosse. Also brought to you by High Plains Farm Credit, Discount Siding and Supply, and Bank of Hayes. Clayton Raspberry, Alex Weiss, Nick Jones, 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup, facing Kurt Johnson. The first pitch lifted high into the air to center field, and Raspberry is the first out of the 4th inning for the Larks. Clayton now 0 for 2, and that'll bring up Alex Weiss. Alex reached on a base hit. Pulled it in the left field. The Larks' second hit of the game. They have since added 3 more, but have yet to score a run. And the first pitch is up and away. Ball 1 to Alex. Weiss had 2 hits in game 1, so after struggling the first portion of the year, maybe starting to get hot at the right time. Not a week and a half left in the season. Pitch inside for ball 2. 8 games in 6 days this week. This is the second of 5 with Dodge. They'll play 2 tomorrow night in Dodge City, then wrap it up here on Thursday. And then Hayes on the road. There's a pitch found back into the screen. And the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. The Larks will then go on the road for 3 in Liberal this weekend. That'll be a big series. And then they're back at home next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And that is it. That'll be the regular season. There's a pitch grounded sharply to the shortstop, and Hostetler able to field it and throw on Alex Weiss for the second out of the inning. So a week and a half after tonight, just 9 games left on the schedule. Larks entered play 1 game out of first in the Jayhawk League, and Liberal was beating Derby at last check, so the Larks can find a way to win game 2, a chance to take over first place. There's a called strike, 0-1. Larks, of course, since 2000, they've been the most dominant team in the Jayhawk League. They have 9 league titles, and they've all been since 2000. There's a fly ball out of play, 0-2. The first coming in 0-1, in fact, the first of 3 straight in 0-1, 0-2, and 0-3. And then won them again in 0-5 and 0-6, so they won 5 out of 6 years they were Jayhawk League champions. The first part of that decade, there's a ground ball pulled foul down third, still 0-2 to Jones. Then won it in 08, didn't win it again for the next 4 years. But they won in 2012, won it again in 2013, and then, of course, ran it going away last year. 0-2 to Nick Jones. Breaking ball, flares it into short right field. It is going to just stay foul down the line. Jones trying to motor into second. Here comes the throw. It's not in time. It'll be a double for Nick Jones. And the Larks have a runner at second with 2 outs here in the 4th inning on their 6th hit of the game. The 4th double for Jones and the first extra base hit of the night for either team. Jacob Boston will be the batter now. He singled to right his first time up. So a runner at second with 2 outs. The Larks have stranded 4 so far. And a fastball misses low and away, ball 1. Boston does have 14 RBIs, couple of doubles, couple of home runs. Sat out the first game, starting at third base here in game 2 and trying to give the Larks the lead in the bottom of the 4th. We're scoreless so far. Takes another pitch low and jumps ahead 2-0 on Kurt Johnson. Kurt Johnson getting the start for Dodge tonight, his 8th appearance, his 6th start, 2-1 record, 4.21 the ERA for Johnson. Here's the 2-0 pitch, gets away from the catcher, and moving to third will be Nick Jones. And it's now 3 balls and no strikes to Boston. The first wild pitch thrown by Johnson. Johnson has gone at least 6 innings in 3 of his last 4 starts, and he has struck out 15 combined in his last 2. He struck out 7 against Liberal on that 10-3 win on July 5th. He struck out 8 and an 11-3 win over Great Bend on June 29th, and there's a 4-pitch walk. Second of the game yielded tonight by Johnson, and now first and third with 2 outs. And Trey Ochoa is the batter. Ochoa with a bunt single his last time up, 1 for 1 after going 1 for 3 with a walk in the first game. Larks have had chances, but so far have yet to take advantage. Pitches up for a ball, 1-0. That's 5 straight misses after the double from Nick Jones thrown by Kurt Johnson. Larks left runners at first and third in the first. First and second in the second. Stranded nobody in the third. It's a chopper. It's going to be a tough play. Shortstop Hostetler charges, throws it away. 1 run will score. Moving to third is Boston. He'll stop there. And moving to second is Trey Ochoa. So it's 1-0. The Larks lead it on the throwing error from Bennett Hostetler. That run is unearned. No RBI for Ochoa, and the Larks have a 1-0 lead. So now second and third with 2 away. Dodge had 2 errors in the first game and now have 1 costly one, which gives the Larks the lead here in game 2, and now a chance for more as Jonathan Soberana steps to the plate. He's 1 for 2, pops it up, foul territory right side. That'll be well out of play for strike 1. Soberana singled to center in the first and stole his 6th base of the year, and then he hit it hard but lined out to the center fielder Weiss to end the second. Now up there with 2 outs. Runners at first, second, and third here in the 4th. Larks on top, 1-0. No balls, 1 strike, the count. Here's the pitch. Line into right field, base hit. Boston will score. Here comes Ochoa. The throw is not in time. Now a throw down to second. It is not in time. It's a 2-run single for Jonathan Soberanis. And the Larks have a 3-0 lead. Boy, Jonathan just drove it into right field between Campos and Brown. Souza's throw to the plate was high, and then on that throw, Soberanis able to move into second base. So it's 3-0 now, Hayes. And Clayton Harp will be the batter. Harp a strikeout and a ground out to first. He's 0 for 2. There's the pitch. Strike. And he's quickly behind, no balls and 2 strikes. There's the 0-1. Fouled away. Or excuse me, the 0-2. Stays 0-2. 3 runs have scored. So Moranis started to go at second, now moves back. Pitches down low, dug out by Garcia. The count is 1-2. 3 runs, 7 hits for the Larks. No runs, 2 hits for Dodge City. The Athletics have the only error of the ball game. And it's opened the gate for 3 unearned runs. Fastball line down the right field line and foul. Boy, missed extra bases by a couple of feet. Logan Brown, the first baseman, leaped. Couldn't make the catch. That ball hooked and went foul. Colin Simpson's waiting on deck to see if Harp can get aboard. So Moranis at second base with 2 outs. 1-2 the count. Breaking ball just upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. I think Johnson thought that should have been strike 3. Walks back to the mound after stepping off to receive the throw back from the catcher. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He gets him on strikes. That's 3 strikeouts for Johnson, and it ends the inning. But a good go around for the Larks as they score 3. We are through 4 here at Larks Park, and Hayes leads Dodge City 3-0.
You're not dreaming. Your favorite Food Network shows are now live streaming.
Can I watch them here?
Yes, my dear, with a simple tap on the Watch Food Network app.
Snap. Can I watch my favorite show?
You can watch your favorite show live streaming on the go.
Whoa.
Can we watch it while we're baking?
On all your devices, whatever you're making, download the Watch Food Network app today.
Included in your Eagle Communications TV subscription. Visit www.eaglecom.net to learn more.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance, Brock Whitmore. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Brock Whitmore is there. Sternberg Museum, Discovery Under the Dome. Gutch's Barn Grill, the freshest ingredients, wood-fired pizza, and a great atmosphere. Downing Nelson Oil, a proud sponsor of Hayes Larks baseball. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
KEYS.
Three 0 Larks as Dylan Schneider toes the hill for inning number 5. So far, he's given up just 2 hits. Back-to-back singles to Mosley and Brown with 2 outs in the 4th inning. Larks baseball tonight brought to you by USAFE Pharmacy. They're your contract provider in Hayes for durable medical equipment and supplies. But Blue Cross and Blue Shield, catheters, diabetic and ostomy supplies, and more. Don't be persuaded by the mail order companies. Work locally with USAFE Pharmacy at 2505 Canterbury. Larks baseball also brought to you by the Meckenstock Group and agent Keith Harper, Western Beverage, Next Tech Wireless, and Aflac agent Sean Schwartz. 3-0 Larks. They've out-hit Dodge 7-2, and there's a first pitch line drive in the left field off the bat of Austin Feist. And Dodge has their leadoff batter aboard for the first time tonight. So Feist first pitch swinging, and he has his first base hit of the game, and that'll bring up Kayamana Souza. Struck out. He dropped third strike and was thrown out at first base to open up the 3rd inning. 1 on, nobody out. Off-speed pitch stays outside, 1-0. So Souza hitting .310 coming into the game, 13 RBI, 7 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs. Here's the 1-0. Hit in the air to center field. Trevor Boone drifting over. He's got it measured up. He'll reach up and make the catch, and there's 1 away. So Souza out on a fly ball to center. He's 0 for 2. Now Jacob Garcia, who fouled out to Larks first baseman Alex Weiss his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Schneider has struck out 4. He's walked none. Nice crowd here tonight. A few of them have headed home on a hot night. Triple digits for the start of both games. And there's a slider called strike. 0-1, down to 93 degrees now. Now strike two, 0-2 the count to Garcia. Pitch from Snyder, breaking ball in the dirt, in the turf, more appropriate. 1-2 the count. Three hits now for Dodge, 7 hits for the Larks. They had 16 in game one. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Got him with a curveball. That's strikeout number 5 for Snyder. And there's 2 away here in the 5th inning for Zach Weiss, the center fielder. He grounded out to third for the final out of the 3rd inning. Larks trying to make him the final out of inning number 5. This is a 7-inning game. Larks with 3 in the 4th lead at 3-0. They've out-hit Dodge 7-3. Going for the sweep, trying to run their winning streak to 5. First pitch from Snyder. Breaking ball, catching the outside edge, 0-1. Feist over at first, not a real big lead after the leadoff single. Fast, that's another slider that catches the outside edge, 0-2. Almost the same identical pitch as his first offering in the same spot. 0-2. There's the pitch. Breaking ball chopped on the infield right at the second baseman. And Soberanis will flip it over to Ochoa. And the out is recorded and the inning is over. Dodge strands 1. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 3-0 Hayes.
Eagle Communications is a leader in advertising. We can put your business in front of thousands of customers during the most watched shows, including local and national sports. Let our employee owners target customers with affordable advertising on over 40 popular TV networks and online with Facebook, Google, and YouTube. From crafting your message to video production, let our team help your business grow. Call today, 785-628-0467. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Today's Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by the Pheasant Run, made from scratch breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau, wishing the Hayes Larks the best of luck. Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Stay Glass Company, plate glass, window glass, mirrors, furniture tops, glazing, contractors, and more. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
KAYS. KAYS.
Three to nothing. Larks on top of Dodge City as we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Larks baseball tonight brought to you in part by Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas, and Horizon Appliance and Electronics, where they have all of your major household appliances along with TVs, home and car stereos, and Traeger grills. Open 7 days a week at 1501 East 27th. That is Horizon Appliance and Electronics. Colin Simpson leads it off for the Larks. He's 1 for 2, struck out his first time up, and he hits one off the end of the bat, but it rolls foul for strike 1. Singled to right. It was part of a 4-6-3 inning-ending double play in that 3rd inning. Larks have had a hit in every inning. They have 7 so far, now batting in the bottom of the 5th. Fastball low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike to Simpson. Batting .463 coming into tonight's doubleheader. And 1 for 3. That hit was a solo home run. And a breaking ball called strike as it drops in the upper half of the zone, 1-2. Larks 23-9 in league play. And there's a pitch grounded foul first base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The count remains. Derby 24-9. They were losing their game with Dodge City, trying to find a final on that one. And there's a swing and a miss. Ball gets away from the catcher. It's going to be a close play at first, and he's safe. He beat it out. So a strikeout. And then a pass ball. And Colin Simpson is safe at first base. That's the fourth strikeout for Johnson. So a strikeout and a wild pitch. The Larks have a runner at first with nobody out, and Trevor Boone the batter. Boone walked in the first, hit into an inning-ending double play in the third. So an 0 for 1 night for him. And he takes a big rip at a breaking ball, strike one. There's a high fly ball to right field. Souza near the line has the catch, and there's one out. So Boone out on a high fly ball to right field. 1 on, 1 out for Raspberry. Hayesville on top of Oklahoma City, 5-4. That is in the bottom of the 8th inning. Great Bend leads El Dorado 10-4, also in the bottom of the 8th. There's a high chopper, and the throw to first is in time. They'll get the out. Simpson moves over to second base on the play, but now there's 2 away. That was not easy, that high turf bounce. They're able to get the out at first. And Alex Weiss will be the batter. Alex 1 for 2 in this one. And the first pitch popped him up on the infield. First baseman Logan Brown calling for it near the bag, makes the catch. And that'll do it for the Larks. They're unable to take advantage of the wild pitch on the strikeout. They strand another runner. We've played 5. Larks lead Dodge 3-0.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Paul's Lawn and Tree Service, all of your residential and commercial lawn maintenance needs. Pulis Lock and Key, all of your key needs, including sales and service on safes. The Almond Company, fast, friendly service you can trust along with free estimates. And Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Air. KAYS.
3-0. Larks on top of Dodge City. We're a little bit past the bottom of the hour, so let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Hayes Larks Baseball.
Now this could be the big story of the summer.
It's Hayes' greatest hits for your summertime. All summer long. On KAYS.
Top of the order for Dodge City here in the 6th inning. Bennett Hostetler, Matt Campos, and Carlos Mosley. Facing Dylan Schneider, he has struck out 5, walked none. Scattered 3 hits over the first 5 innings, trying for his 2nd win of the year. Hostetler, who had 3 hits in game 1, is 0 for 2 in game 2. A strikeout and a pop-up, and he lines right to the first baseman, Weiss. And there's 1 pitch and 1 out. A loud out, but it is an out, 1 away. We hit that right on the nose, but right at Alex Weiss. Brings up Matt Campos, 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out to third. 57 pitches now into the 6th inning for Dylan Schneider. So, like his counterpart, Peyton Battingfield in game 1, he's been efficient. Now a 1-out single off the bat of Campos, who is 1 for 3. Middle of the 8th inning, Liberal on top of Derby, 9-2. So, if that holds out, and the Larks can win, they would be in first place in the Jayhawk League by a half game over Derby. Still a couple of innings of work to do for the Larks. And for Liberal, there's a breaking ball that misses low. 1-0 to Mosley. Single to center his last time up. 1 for 2. Popped up to first. Back in the first inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's low again. 2 balls, no strikes. Dodge trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. Lost 3 of the last 4. There's a fastball in there for a strike. 3-1. They had won 13 of 15 prior to this little skid. Beat Hayes 8-7, and the only meeting back on June 7th here at Larks Park, a come from behind 8-7 win. Here's the 2-1 pitch, breaking ball, fouled it back into the screen. The count evens now 2-2. And then the next 2 games were rained out in Dodge and in Hayes. So the first game tonight was a makeup of the rain out in Dodge. This is the regularly scheduled game as Mosley fouls one away. Tomorrow's first game in Dodge will be the makeup of the regularly scheduled game here in Hayes. That's why the Larks were the visiting team in game 1 and will be the home team in game 1 tomorrow in Dodge City. 2-2 to Mosley, who fouls another one away. 3 straight fouled off by the bat of Mosley. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Dodge City designated hitter. Carlos Mosley out of San Joaquin Delta, Elk Grove, California native. Sits safely in 4 straight now as he takes a pitch away and the count goes full, 3-2. 1-out single by Campos. He's at first base. Little activity in the Larks bullpen. There goes the runner. Pitch is fouled away again. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Mosley. Three balls. Yeah, runners at second base. And the Larks are trying to tell the umpires the runner shouldn't be at second on a foul ball. No, they're going to leave him at second base. There's the bunt, popped up, and it's foul. So Mosley is at second. And that was a strikeout as he tried to bunt on 2 strikes. So Mosley is out. That'll go down to strikeout number 6. 2 away now for Logan Brown, and now time called. Oh, they called a balk. That is why the runner's at second base. A balk was called. I did not see when they called that balk or what he did. That's why the runner's at second base. So runner at second base, 2 outs. And they're going to square to bunt again, and it's a called strike, and it's 0-1. Mosley tried to bunt with 2 strikes, and he fouled it. So it's a strikeout. 6 now for Snyder. Trying to work around that 1-out single with a runner at second base. Here's the 0-1. Fastball down to the turf, dug out by Jones. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Dylan Snyder balks, and I believe that is the first balk called against the Larks this summer. There's a look back to second, nobody covering. Campos moves back there safely. 3-0, Larks on top. We're in the top of the 6th. They've out-hit Dodge City 7-4. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball headed to right field. That'll be a base hit. Here comes a runner around third. The throw from Raspberry cut off. It'll be an RBI single for Logan Brown, and the balk ends up being a big play because it scores a run. And now a 3-1 ball game. So Brown with his 19th RBI. He's at first with 2 outs for Tucker Rohde. And it looks like that may do it for Dylan Snyder. Boy, he was moving along nicely, but he runs into trouble here in the 6th inning. As Keith Harper makes his way out of the dugout, and a pitching change will be made for the Larks. We'll take a 60-second timeout. Let's call the pen. Tell you about the new Dodge City pitcher when we return. Right after this, you're listening to Hayes Larks Baseball.
The Ducks are back. The 2nd annual Hayes Duck Derby, presented by Eagle Communications and benefiting Big Brothers Big Sisters, is Wednesday, August 2nd from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Hayes Aquatic Park. Adopt a duck, and you could win the grand prize, which is a car. Sponsored by James Motor Company, Hayes Chevrolet, Lewis Automotive Group, Auto World, Car Zone, Mid-Kansas Auto Auction, and Happy's Autos. Visit HayesDuckDerby.net for more information. The Ducks are coming.
Today's Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by the Pheasant Run, made from scratch breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau, wishing the Hayes Larks the best of luck. Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Stay Glass Company, plate glass, window glass, mirrors, furniture tops, glazing, contractors, and more. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Gibbs Auto Supply, Hayes and La Crosse.
KAYS.
Chad Smith will come in and pitch for the Larks. Smith is making his 13th appearance, all in relief, an 0-2 record with 1 save. He's gone 13 innings this summer. 10 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 4 walks, 16 strikeouts. And he'll enter with a runner at first and 2 outs and 1 run in. And the Larks leading 3-1. Smith went 1-0 with 9 saves a year ago in 25 relief appearances. He got his first save this year on July 5th in a 7-3 win in Great Bend. One final tonight. Great Bend has knocked off El Dorado 10-4. So Great Bend now 2 games above 500. Hayesville was up by a run over Oklahoma City going to the 9th inning in their game. First pitch from Smith, who was more of a sidearm pitcher last year, now more over the top, and his first offering is a strike to Rohde. 0-1. Smith struck out 7 in that 3-inning save in Great Bend about a week ago, and this time he hits the batter. Now that one got away from him. So a hit batter, and now first and second with 2 outs. That is the 5th batter that Smith has hit, and in fact he hit one in his last outing in Hayesville on Friday night. Or I think that was Sunday night, which they won that game 25-4. Went 2 innings, no runs on a hit, struck out 4 and hit 1. So he struck out 11 over the last 5 innings. But he hits the first batter here, and now Dodge City's got the tying run aboard and the go-ahead run at the plate in Austin Feist, who does have 4 home runs. Tied for the team lead. And he takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Chad will be a redshirt senior at the University of New Mexico this upcoming year. He's from Albuquerque. 16 relief appearances this spring, went 0-1. 9 2/3 innings. There's a chopper to first, fielded by Weiss. Flips it over to Smith. The pitcher covering gets the out, and the inning comes to an end. A nice defensive play, and Dodge is held to the 1 run. They strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Larks lead at 3-1.
It's almost time for the 8th annual Fort Hays State University Tiger Auction and Dinner. This year's event will be on Saturday, August 26th at the Schmidt-Bickel Indoor Training Facility. Don't wait. Tickets will be gone before you know it. This year's auction includes a fantastic dinner with all of your FHSU friends, a silent and live auction, and a chance to win cash. Proceeds help the Fort Hays State Athletic Department. Sponsored by Eagle Communications. For tickets and more information, go to tigerauction.org. The Tiger Auction and Dinner, Saturday, August 26th. Get your tickets now. Today's Hays Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance, Brock Whitmore. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Brock Whitmore is there. Sternberg Museum, Discovery Under the Dome. Gutch's Barn Grill, the freshest ingredients, wood-fired pizza, and a great atmosphere. Downing Nelson Oil, a proud sponsor of Hays Larks baseball. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected. Today's Hays Larks broadcast is brought to you.
3-1 Larks. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Larks baseball brought to you by Next Tech Wireless, Aflac agent Sean Schwartz, Toby Jugs, Strife Central Office Supply, and Arc of the Central Plains Thrift Shop. 3-1 Hays trying to add some insurance here in the bottom of the 6th. It'll be the bottom of the lineup. Jones, Boston, and Ochoa facing lefty Kurt Johnson, who has struck out 4, walked 2. He's given up 3 runs on 7 hits. There's one Dodge City air, and there's a swing and a miss. And strike 1 to Jones. A 2-out air, so 3 runs unearned. Another swing and a miss by Jones. It's 0-2 now to the Larks catcher, who hit into a double play in the 2nd and then doubled and scored in that 3-run 4th. The 0-2, he swings and misses. He's down on 3 pitches, got away from the catcher, but he gathers and throws and gets the out. That's 5 strikeouts tonight for Kurt Johnson, who's retired 4 in a row. Actually would be 6 in a row, but he had a strikeout of Colin Simpson to lead off the 5th, but he reached on the wild pitch. 1 away now for Boston, who has walked and singled. 1 for 1, takes a pitch low, 1 ball, no strikes. 3-1 Hays. They've out-hit Dodge 7-5. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball missing in tight, 2-0. All 3 runs for the Larks unearned tonight. Pitch inside for ball 3. 3-0 now to Boston. I would love some insurance here in the bottom of the 6th. 7-inning game. Larks won the first one, 11-1. Here's the 3-0. Taken for a strike, 3-1. Pitch right down the middle. Trey Ochoa waits on deck. Here's the 3-1 pitch, grounded to the second baseman. Bobbled a bit by LeCampos, but he gathers it in and throws him out at first. There's 2 away. 2 gone now for Trey Ochoa. Ochoa reached on an air. He's also singled tonight. So 1 for 2. Did score a run in that 3-run fourth inning. Takes a pitch inside, ball 1. Ochoa laid down a bunt single in the second. Then hit a chopper to short. It was going to be a tough play. He hits a hard ball right there to short. Gobbled up by Hostetler on one knee. And he throws Ochoa out. And Larks go in order. 1, 2, 3 in the 6th. They're 3 outs away from the sweep. To the 7th we go. Larks lead it 3-1.
Now you can watch Travel Channel anytime, anywhere, live or on demand.
Wow, this is amazing.
Simply download the free Watch Travel Channel app on your favorite devices and start enjoying your favorite Travel Channel shows, even when you're on the go.
Absolutely incredible.
Download now.
Included in your Eagle Communications TV subscription. Visit www.eaglecom.net to learn more.
Today's Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by the Pheasant Run, made from scratch breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau, wishing the Hayes Larks the best of luck. Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Stay Glass Company, plate glass, window glass, mirrors, furniture tops, glazing, contractors, and more. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
We go to the 7th. Larks 3 outs away from the victory, and Tyler Starks will come in and try to nail down his 6th save of the year. He has a record of 2-0 with 5 saves and an ERA of 2. Starks is making his 13th relief appearance. He's gone 18 innings. He's given up 9 hits and 4 runs. They've all been earned. He has walked 6 and struck out 35, which leads the Larks. He is not allowed a run in his last 2 relief appearances. He's only, in fact, his last 6 outings, the only blip was at Oklahoma City. In that 8-3 win, he gave up 3 runs on 1 hit. He also walked 3 in that game, which were his first walks since June 16th. He's tied for the Jayhawk League lead in saves, 3rd in strikeouts. He's recorded at least 1 strikeout in all but one of his relief appearances. That was back on June 11th in a loss to Liberal. So Dodge City trying to stay alive as Dakota Connors will pinch hit for Souza here in the 7th inning. Connors went 0 for 3 in the first game this evening. And we'll lead it off here in the 7th. First pitch from Smith is away for a ball 1-0. Or excuse me, from Starks. Outside, Starks pitched an inning against Great Bend here on July 4th. Larks won that game 5-2, and that's when he picked up his save. And the 1-0 fastball at the knees for a called strike, 1-1. Connors in the first game, line to third. That was a big double play. Grounded to first and then reached on a fielder's choice. And he takes a fastball strike on the outside corner, and it's now 1-2 to Connors. Garcia and Weiss also due up here in the top of the 7th. Larks looking for the sweep. They won game 1 11-1. They lead this one 3-1. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Just missed outside, 2-2. Tyler Starks pitched an inning and 2/3 against Dodge City in that 8-7 loss back on June 7th. Struck out 2 and did not figure in the decision. There's a strikeout as he gets Connors. And the first batter retired for Dodge City here in the 7th. Now Jacob Garcia is the batter. He's 0 for 2. He struck out his last time up. Fouled out to first baseman Alex Weiss back in the third inning. No on, one out. Larks up 3-1, top of the seventh, trying to get the sweep tonight in the doubleheader. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball away, 1-0. These two teams in Dodge for 2 tomorrow, then back here on Thursday. Educators Night. All area educators encouraged to attend. Always a fun night. It's our next broadcast here on Thursday. Swing and a miss by Garcia, and a count 1-1. Three runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Larks. 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error for Dodge City. That 1 error was big and allowed all 3 unearned runs to score. Breaking ball drops in for a strike. 1-2 now to Garcia. Starks, we've been told on a bit of a innings limit by his college coach. That's Stephen F. Austin. So the Larks trying to get him through the rest of the regular season and have him ready for the World Series. There's a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Starks. And there's 2 gone. And let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Hayes Larks baseball.
No doubt, whether you're taking a dip in the pools or popping down a cold one. When you got us on, summer is fun. Summertime! With Hayes' greatest hits on KAYS.
Zach Weiss, the batter. Nobody on, 2 outs. Top of the 7th. Takes a big hack at the first pitch and misses. Strike 1. Starks has struck out the first 2 in the inning, trying to strike out the side and nail down his 6th save of the season. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball at the knees, and the Larks are 1 strike away from the victory. Starks looking in as he waits for Weiss to step back into the box. He does. 0-2 the count. The lefty Starks is ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. He got him with the breaking ball. Starks strikes out the side, and the Larks get the doubleheader sweep as they knock off Dodge City 3-1. A twin killing for the Larks tonight at home to open up this 5-game series as they knock off Dodge 11-1 in the opener and 3-1 in game 2. We'll take a break. Our post-game show is next. This is Hayes Larks baseball.
You know the feeling, having no boundaries, being limitless, the feeling of freedom. What if that feeling was in your home, right in your hands? For a limited time, get 30 meg for $30 or 50 meg for $50. Bundle your TV and save even more. Free from contracts. The longer you stay, the more you save. Now that's freedom with Eagle Communications. It's your internet, your way. Call 877-61-EAGLE today.